The very first card that you got is just this feeling of it's just time to go. Like, enough. There's this overwhelming feeling from you guys, like you're just like done. Time to go. Just so over it. That kind of feeling. It is just time to go. Time to go. Meaning, time to, kind of just really just get on with it. Just get on with almost like a whole different way of living your life is what it feels like. The energy of it feels like it's just kind of a whole new way of for you to just sort of go about life. The way that you look at life, the things that you'll have in your life, the things that you'd like to do in your life. It just feels like time to go, like time to just sort of turn the page on how the past has been for you, and you just feel like you're just totally ready to just create a whole different kind of life for yourself now. That being the first card, time to go. And the very next card is goodbye and hello, hello, goodbye. Just time to just create a new kind of life for yourself. As you're sort of finishing up maybe what might be going on for those of you that were going through have been going through a very difficult divorce. Those kind of things can take quite a bit of time, and you might intermittently here and there have to sort of deal with that, deal with those people, deal with that situation, but it is definitely on its way out, and you are definitely sort of feel like you're just done with it. And so Spirit is completely with you in creating the next, what's next kind of thing. So they're asking you to have compassion for yourself because you've been through a hard time. For a long time is what it feels like. They're asking you to just let go, release, time to go, let go of judgments, blame, drama, all the ways that your life has been going, that you're just fed up. That's what they're saying. Like that's what you guys are saying. You're just like fed up. You're just done. Release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that's within you and everyone. Focus on the love and light. So notice that we sort of go from this purple. It's just like time to go. It's kind of a, purple is typically royalty, but in this situation it's like time to go. It's just kind of this darker color. If you look at the contrast in the colors, this is kind of, signifies, is that the word? Sort of what you're thinking. Like enough of this dark kind of stuff. You're just ready for love and light. And then you have this hello and goodbye. Okay, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. To the new, because you have a very bright future ahead of you that you would like to go towards. This is what you're wanting, and Lakshmi is saying, yes, you can have this. So change your focus. Change your focus on the love and light is what she's saying. Have compassion, let go of judgments, let go of the old stuff, letting go of judgments and blame and drama and everything, and switch your focus to love and light and this happy future that you'd like to create. Focus on the future that you'd like to create from loving place and light, beauty, harmony, peace, words like that for the future that you're wanting. So this is what it feels like you're wanting, and this is what you're going towards, and it's beautiful. It's going to be beautiful and amazing. And then it's almost like fast train. It's almost like speed. So you start focusing on that, and then what happens is you bump up into this fear of success. And this feels very much like it's coming from sort of where you've been and where you might still be in a little bit because you do, those legal things can take a while. So you might bump up against a bit of fear of success. Like, look, you know, as you're like, okay, I'm going to focus on the future, and you start focusing on it, and then these doubts start coming in, or, you know, you run into somebody from that divorcee situation thing, and it just, you know, creates the self-doubt, and just sort of like, can I really have that? And so they're asking you, so Kali Ma is asking you to face that fear. She's also I kept hearing divine intervention. I kept hearing divine intervention with this as well. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. Spiritual changes are unfolding, so you're processing how your old life was and the new life that you're wanting. It's a bit of a, you know, sort of transition. An end to one is the beginning of another, and then you've got that in between place. And so in that in between place, it's like, it's a really great place, because in that space you can look at where you've been and learn from everything, and okay, now you can sort of very deliberately, what this is what I don't want, this was really great, this was not so great, this was totally fun. All right, so now what do you want for your future? And so he's saying, or she is saying, this is your chance to soar. It's almost like a ending that puts you like on the ground, clean slate, starting new, starting new with a new creation, And then in terms of the divine intervention, when your guardian angel steps in to say that you're being activated, your energy in your heart space, the love frequency is being activated in your heart space, and through your hands, healing hands, healing your heart. Healing your hands, healing your heart. So your energy field is being activated. This is from your guardian angels, right there with you all the time. Life can be electric because life is energy. Your body is an energy field that responds to loving treatments. And so this wants to come back. Focus on love. It responds to loving treatments. And so your hands and heart are getting activated towards this healing energy for your loved ones, your clients. So clients would be work related, but this feels like, you know, it could be energy work, it could be work related. It feels very personal. It feels very, you know, this is like, kind of almost all areas of your life. Time to go. This feels like all areas. Work, like just the way that you go about life. How you work, how you interact with people, how you do everything. Scorpio, it just kind of feels like every area of your life. You just wanted to look at it a whole new way. But this one is coming up talking about work, for potentially for some kind of work if you're looking for a new kind of career. She's saying that you're being activated with healing hands, healing heart, amplifying that. And then we're also got Paul the Venetian came in to say, okay, so if that's what you want to do for work, if you get energy activated, you want to be a healer, like a hands-on kind of healer, is what she's saying. Paul the Venetian is saying, yes, you know, you can do that. And share your gifts with grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So he's kind of confirming this one. Yes, these waves of love are coming to you and activating your heart and your hands, that high electric frequency, that love frequency. And he's saying, you know, if you choose this kind of work, share your gifts with grace, love. And the power of joy wants to come up with that. So let's these three, he wants to come back and she wants to come back. She, guardian angels, want to come back. That there's a lot of joy that can come from this healing, if this resonates with you, to be activated in terms of being a healer with your hands, a heart healer, energy healer, doing energy work. If that resonates with you, there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of joy in that. They're also wanting you to really sort of contemplate this, because if you've been having a hard time for quite some time, this, when this card came out, it felt like it was a big jump. It felt like from maybe, when we're in a hard time and there's lots of drama and things aren't going so great for for a while. Joy is kind of at the top of the scale, as Abraham Hicks refers to the emotional scale. Joy is at the very top, and frustration and blame and guilt and judgments and all that is way down here. Depression and drama and frustration, anger, fear, all that's way down here. This felt like it would be a big jump to get up here, but she just said, well, it's quick and easy when you activate your heart space, when you activate that love frequency, when you have compassion, when you embody compassion. The power of joy is not that far. It's not that far. So it's like, here's a step. Then the guardian angels come in to say, you're being activated. That's going to bump you up again. And then this power of joy is possible. Very, very possible for you. Yeah, very, very possible for you. And then they're wanting to come back. This one's wanting to come back, hello to this new kind of life. Hello to this new life. That this is where you're going to focus now. And creating this super bright future. Power of joy. And in with the new hello. Hello, look at this. It's very social. They're having such a great time. You're sort of there on the horse, and everyone's just laughing and celebrating, and there's all kinds of abundance and happiness and joy in this. That's what you're wanting for your life. And they're saying, yes, you can do that. And so, in order to kind of help get that going, they're asking you to focus on your strengths. So while the guardian angel is activating your healing, potentially for some healing energy work, here you are sort of as the human going, okay, well, what, how else can I begin to create this life? How else can I begin to create this? Fun, happiness, joy, harmony. And Apollo is saying, start by just focusing on your strengths. What are you good at? What did you love when you were a kid? What are you really good at? Start with that. Typically our gifts are the things, our talents are typically the things that would bring us joy, because it feels good when we're good at things. So focus on your strengths. I used to get this card. I used to get this card a few years ago, and every time I would do a reading for myself, he would come up I thought this when this came out, and this is kind of where I was at this kind of yuck kind of place in between, and I had just had enough, and I was trying to figure out how to create a new life. So I totally get it. And let me tell you, every time I saw this card, it really kind of just grounded me and really helped me focus on me and what makes me happy. So let this do the same for you. He's very, very powerful, Apollo. And he also wants me to point out right now that he's holding this ball of sort of energy. And she wants to come back. He's holding this ball of energy. So anyway, you might play with that. If it resonates, it's like, yes, that would be amazing. That's amazing. If it's maybe something that you hadn't considered before, you might want to consider it. Would that be fun if you were really good at that? At just sort of handling energy healing? Something to think about. They're also saying to get curious about what you're good at, get curious about what you would enjoy doing. So now they're offering a few ways for you to start getting in the mindset, heart set, soul set of how you're going to create this. Keep putting these two together. How you're going to create this. And they're saying, focus on your strengths, Apollo, and also to just get curious about what would make you happy and try things. So if you're thinking that maybe art would be something that would be fun to do, well, then take an afternoon on a Saturday and and play with some paints or crayons or colored pencils or something. Try something artistic and just see, how the day goes. See how that feels to you. If it's like, okay, no, that's not something I would want to do, try something else. Get curious about yourself. Get curious about your childhood, what you loved then. They're also asking you to, oh, see, yeah. And here's Paul the Venetian again. Artistic expression. Same guy. Paul the Venetian is saying express. He was the one who came up next to this energy work to say, yes, love, sharing the love energy through your heart, through your healing hands. Paul the Venetian, very much, very loving. And he's asking you to express artistically, artistic expression. And he's coming up right here with all this. Getting curious and creative. Start creating something artistic. This might be fun. They're also saying, the unicorns, the wise unicorns are saying that, it might have been that you started something some time ago, before the drama of this situation that you're now done with. You may have started something some time ago and just kind of put it on the shelf. Life just kind of took you away from it for a bit, and they're asking you to pick that back up again. Consider picking that back up again. You started something, now it's time to complete it. You started something important, it says. Now it might be a really good time to finish it. So maybe you started a book, maybe you started a painting. Now would be a really good time to finish it. Alright, they're also asking you, you have a guardian angel and also Buddha. This Buddha card came up, meditate. To meditate. And what I noticed about this card, the meditation card comes up kind of a lot. I mean, we should all, it's helpful to meditate. But notice with him, he's smiling. I thought, he's smiling. He's talking about meditation and he's smiling. And the very next card that came out, and I'm thinking, smiling, well, that feels like really great dreams, like almost like visions, like you're creating positive, you're creating this life that you want in your mind in meditation. And the very next card came out is daydreaming. And I thought, yep, that's just exactly what I was getting from this card, is that you're daydreaming about this life that you're wanting. And it's very, very powerful to do. So they're asking you to go into meditation, not necessarily to heal, but to envision and daydream about the life that you're wanting. What does a day in that life look like? What would that be like? So you get up in the morning, what do you do? What do you do with your days in this new, wonderful, harmonious, peaceful, loving life? What do you do? And as you have these daydreams and these visions and how wonderful it would be, they're asking you to talk about it. Talk about it with a good friend. And you also got the mother, daughter, wife, sister, females card. And these two want to go together. So they're saying talk about what you dream about, what you're wanting, this beautiful life, with a good friend, with a female in your life, to expand on the energy and magnify the energy of what you're actually wanting. So do you feel all this? Do you feel all this? How they're really encouraging you to, in that changing focus, towards what you're really wanting. Get curious, artistic expression, meditate. Talk about your feelings, talk about your visions and your dreams. Share it with someone so that it's amplified. They're also saying to wish upon a star, So you've got this envisioning and sharing it and meditating and envisioning it. And they're saying, wish upon a star, what you're wanting, and expect the very best. So she's saying, when you can start focusing on all this wonderful stuff and being artistic and love coming to you and possibly doing energy healing work and that sort of thing, wish upon a star and expect the very best. Expect the best and allow yourself to receive it. You deserve it. You are worthy of it. You've earned it, if that makes sense or is appropriate. You know, I hear some of you saying, I earned it. You know, life's been hard for a long time. Yeah, it's time. Kind of feeling is where I got you earned it. You don't really need to earn your wishes coming true. But I could say, you know, but it might feel like that if you've had a hard time for a long time. Allow yourself to receive these, you know, this happy life, okay? Allow yourself to receive this. Wish upon a star, expect the very best, and allow yourself to receive it as it wants to come in. Yeah, as it wants to come in. It does. It does want to come in. Wish upon a star and allow yourself to receive it. So a lot of envisioning, artistic, creativity, the power of joy. The power of joy. Change your life.